Spirit Stones. Shining stones imbued with humankind's never-ending dreams. Since time immemorial, this power has been the impetus for human wars.
Such an ominous...
Nioh 3 is the next game of this amazing action RPG series that was created in the Souls-like style, but with its own personality. It's being developed by Team Ninja and Koei Tecmo Games and is coming out early in 2026, but is only confirmed to PlayStation 5 and Windows so far. You can enjoy an instantaneous and seamless switch between two combat styles during battle, facing your enemies head-on with samurai style and using quick movements and special techniques with ninja style, all with a fast-paced combat and an immersive character developing with many builds, weapons, and much more.
How foolish of you.
Alcest is an action-adventure RPG set in a murky medieval world where satisfying melee combat with highly interactive environments takes center stage. Explore realistic locations, learn alchemy, and make a name for your family. The game is being developed by the studio Push On and is coming out to Microsoft Windows only for now, but there's no release date announced yet. As the youngest son of a petty lord, you're no hero. And to become someone, you'll have to prove your worth through sweat and blood. Investigating unusual goblin raids on the county border may be the chance you've been waiting for. Archeage Chronicles is one of the most beautiful MMORPG games announced and will probably be one of the best games in this style of its year. And it's being developed by the studio XL Games. Explore Auroria, a vast and vibrant world brimming with rich lore and thrilling action. The gameplay looks really good, involving all types of gameplay, with lot of different weapons, enemies, and environments. So if you like MMORPG games, this is probably one that you need to take a better look, and it'll be coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC, but there's no release date yet.
The great Silkovsky once said, "One could count 1,000,000 billion suns in the known universe. So why do we deny other intelligent beings? It is said, if they were out there, they would have visited Earth.
A Atomic Heart 2 is
My
the sequel of an
answer is-
original and interesting first-person shooter RPG game released some years ago. The second game promises to improve the weak points of the first game, and also bring better graphics, a more fluid gameplay, and a more immersive open world, since it was the biggest flaw of the first game for me. The studio developing it is Munfish, and it's coming out to PC and consoles, which consoles are not confirmed, but probably all of the current generation.
Maybe they will visit us. But time has not come yet for this. The dawn of a new era. The era of Atomic Heart 2.
Borderlands 4 is the new adventure of the most acclaimed looter-shooter series. It's an FPS series with some RPG mechanics, and it's being developed by Gearbox Software. If you've never played some game of the series, it's a fun and unique FPS experience with quirky characters and a very fun progression, especially if you play with some friends. This promises to be the greatest Borderland experience. The series is known for being unique and really fun, and it's coming out in September 12, 2025 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and Microsoft Windows.
It's all right.
Lunka! Don't hurt her!
The Blood of the Dawnwalker is the new game by the director of The Witcher 3. He left CD Projekt Red and is now creating a whole new game. The new studio is Rebel Wolves. They promise us to develop a AA game with the quality of a AAA. If you don't know, that's about how much money will be used in the development. And let's be honest, he knows how to make games. It'll be set in immersive open world filled with vampires, and in some moment, the protagonist will be also a half vampire. What makes it even more interesting? The gameplay will be fluid and with a lot of possibilities, and like The Witcher, you choose the destiny of the world by your decisions. What is always interesting when you want to replay the game. It's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S in 2026.
Vampires didn't come to kill us. No, they came to rule. Not me, though. They tried to change me into one of them. But I became something else instead. Their worst nightmare.
はるか昔、この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Beast of Reincarnation is a new action RPG game being developed by the studio Game Freak, yes, the same studio of the Pokemon games, and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026 to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows, Day 1 on Xbox Game Pass. Explore what it means to be human in Beast of Reincarnation, an expansive one-person, one-dog action RPG built around demanding technical combat. So if you're a fan of Souls-like games, keep an eye out for this one, it looks really interesting.
Fujigo Emma, お前こそが輪廻の獣を滅ぼす刃となる。
Time. For some, heals. For others, it wounds.
Code Vein 2 is a sequel of a beloved Souls-like game released in 2019. It's being developed by Bandai Namco Studios and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows. An epic adventure awaits, where you and your chosen partners explore a vast world, face fierce battles against powerful enemies, and uncover an epic story that transcends time. So if you played the original one and enjoyed, this one promises to be even greater.
Sense of ruin. In this time, or maybe the next, you'll find how to save us all.
This city is a miracle of progress. A finely tuned, delicately balanced machine. But it only takes one rebellious little gear to ruin it.
Clockwork Revolution is a new FPS game inspired in the classic and iconic BioShock. The game is being developed by the studio Inxile Entertainment, an Xbox game studio, and is confirmed to Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. The release date is not confirmed yet, but is believed to be in 2025 or 2026. Embark on a grand adventure in the steampunk metropolis of Avalon, wielding an incredible invention that allows you to travel into the past and influence key events, altering the course of history. So if you like FPS games with an interesting storyline and a good combat, this is a game that you should keep an eye out for. In my opinion, it looks promising.
And well armed. Let's go and end a few arguments. Time. And if they can rewrite history, they can rewrite us. But look who just found Mummy's keys. Now I can...
Crimson Desert is a new massive open-world RPG. The game is being developed by Pearl Abyss Studio, from the same creators of the MMO Black Desert. Filled with lot of different mechanics, and with a fast and brutal combat style, looks like a mix of a action RPG with the gameplay of a hack-and-slash game. For those who enjoy titles like Assassin's Creed series, The Witcher, Zelda, and general action medieval games, I think you're going to enjoy this one, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC in the end of 2025, but with no official release date yet.
A land soaked in blood by the battles of those who seek peace.
There are beings who brought chaos to providence. The rifts they have created will return everything to nothingness.
Seeking out my remaining comrades.
What I can tell you now is that this mission will restore the
Don't they? Living it up with the common folk every single night. On a day-to-day basis, I'd say the true hero is me, someone who's breaking new ground with fruit.
Fable is the returning of the famous RPG series from Xbox Games. The new game will be a sort of reboot, but with the same style and personality it seems, and it's being developed by Playground Games. Fable 2026 is going to be set in a fantasy world filled with different creatures from fairy tales, set in a third-person camera, with different gameplay styles. It's a game that your choices changes the events and story of the game, like the classic ones. If you played the original Fable games, I think you are at least curious about this one, so know that it's coming out in some moment of 2026 to Xbox Series X and S, and Windows, but PS5 may be confirmed in the future.
One moment. This is awkward.
Your ass! And you ain't paid your nugs yet?
Do the same for that one. Hey! What?
Gothic Remake is the returning of a classic and acclaimed RPG game that was officially released over 20 years ago, and now the game is coming out to the new generation, developed in Unreal Engine 5, and promises to be a great experience for fans of immersive RPG games. The studio developing it is Alchemia Interactive, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Windows. Return to the Valley of the Minds in this faithful remake of the genre-defining classic RPG. Explore a handcrafted, organic open world that reacts dynamically to your actions in a gritty, unrestricted experience like no other.
Creating Gothic Remake, we focus on the 4 pillars that we consider the core of the series. Simulation of a living world, exploration, story, and combat. Like the original 2001 title, Gothic Remake is set on creating an immersive and realistic world. Enjoy a complex life simulation on a scale hardly ever seen before in a video game.
You think you're the Harbinger. You might be.
Mortal Shell 2 is the sequel of a Souls-like game released in 2020 that wasn't a really big project, but the second game promises to be greater in all aspects, and it looks good. It's being developed by the studio Cold Symmetry, and is confirmed to Xbox Series, PlayStation 5, and Windows, and is planned to be released in some moment of 2026. An interesting Souls-like game for fans of hardcore action RPG. The first game had an interesting mechanic, and this one will keep it. That's using different shells, that gives you different features and possibilities.
This island is cursed, I tell you. can't live off the land. And hard work won't save you either. Yes, the glory of our ancestors has long been buried in ash. The fine folk here keep asking for more. And trust me.
Avashon Steel is an immersive third-person open-world RPG created by a passionate team that values the essence of classic old-school RPGs and modern designs. Explore the lands of a once prosperous island, hone your combat skills, and survive in the unforgiving realm of the Kingdom of the Seven. It's being developed by the studio Fire and Frost and is coming out only on Windows in the start, but there's no release date announced yet. But promises to be an interesting action RPG game with an immersive lore and universe.
Well, it is what it is. You and I are stuck here too. But who knows? Maybe all of this is a trial sent from above. Sometimes I wonder if there are any decent folk left in Greyshard.
Just run away.
Phantom Blade Zero is a new fast-paced action RPG game, and all the videos and gameplays of the game looks absolutely mind-blowing. It's being developed by the Studio S game, and in the game we see some inspirations in Souls-like game, since the gameplay style, to the boss fights, but the game won't be exactly as Souls-like. The graphics looks really awesome, and will surely be a great game when it's released. We still don't know when the game is coming out, but in a new trailer they said that the release date is going to be announced in 2025, so I believe the game is coming out in 2026 or later, and it's coming out to PlayStation 5 and Windows.
Everyone wears a mask! You too! This is a real face!
He let you live? What secret did you sell him?
大唐就不会亡。
那就再唱下去吧。到底是人活进了戏里，还是戏本就因人而在？
为何执意要起宾客之祸？
Project The Perceiver is a new action RPG developed by a Chinese studio, Paper Games. The game is extremely beautiful with insane graphics and impressive scenarios. It's planned to be released in 2025 or 2026 and will be released on PlayStation 5 and Windows. The game will be set in a big and immersive universe, which will be an open world. The combat of the game kinda resembles Sekiro, but with its own style. The combat is fast and fluid, with a special care for the animations of the protagonist and of the enemies too, especially the bosses. What even resembles Souls-like games, of so fluid it looks.
你来了。
Where yon the vale did I chance to see you, the little minnow in the clear, more righted though in fayish way. foundling here of mother's sorrow, conveyed to me by beaver, by sparrow. Blighted, yes, or so they say.
Soulframe is a new action RPG set in an open world, with a MMO experience and is going to be a free-to-play game, and looks really good, with nice graphics, a beautiful and stunning world. The game is being developed by the studio Digital Extremes, and is set in a fanciful and magical world, with interesting enemies, including interesting boss fights, and it's not exactly a Souls-like, but a game with some aspects of Souls-like. It's being developed for a long time, even had a closed beta already, but there's no release date yet for the final version, and it's only confirmed for PC for now.
Gather motes of living world. Come gather arms against old and herd. And join our family beyond your blood. For Blight.
The Relic First Guardian is an action RPG developed by Project Cloud Games. The game features a dark and dangerous world, with a beautiful graphic style and impressive environments. The gameplay is basically inspired in the Souls-like style, with a cadenced-paced combat system, kinda similar to the new Lords of the Fallen, but faster, with different creatures as enemies, all looking really good. The game, as any other Souls-like, will have huge and immersive boss fights with great and inspiring soundtracks, and I must say that it looks good, but to really play the game we'll need to wait until some moment of 2025, and is coming out to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and PC.
We begin by hearing an old, wise-sounding voice. And we see a quiet, peaceful setting. This will make our game seem big and important. Something must break the serenity. Will this creature be in the game? No. Say goodbye to it forever. Suddenly, and for no reason, people running.
The Outer Worlds 2 is a new sci-fi FPS RPG, and will obviously be a sequel to the first game, and it's again being developed by Obsidian Entertainment. We know that the Obsidian released Avowed this year, and now they're surely working on the development of the Outer Worlds 2, and it's probably going to be in the same style of the original game, a fun open-world adventure. And it's coming out in October 29, 2025, and it's confirmed to Xbox Series X and S, Windows, and PlayStation 5, so if you played the first one on PlayStation and thought that the second wouldn't be there, yes, it will.
And like all good sequels, we've included everything that should have been in the first game. More action. More weapons. And more graphics.
The Elder Scrolls 6 is the new journey of the series after Skyrim, but we have no idea when it's coming out. It was announced with Starfield, so it means they're working in this game now, but when it shall be coming out we still don't know. It's being developed by Bethesda, and shall be released on Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows.
And kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us.
Forgive me, daughter. 'Twere my only choice.
I shall be the bringer of salvation.
The Witcher 4 is finally the new adventure of this beloved series. The game is being developed by the studio CD Projekt Red, just like the other games of the series, and is coming out probably in 2026 or later to Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 5, and Windows. The series is known for being an extremely immersive and massive RPG series, with hours and hours of content with a lot of quality. This new experience will be set after The Witcher 3. But the difference here is that the protagonist won't be Geralt anymore, but Ciri, an important character of the third game.